If dust piles up, it will become a mountain. Continuing on is where true strength lies. A tale can be told in an evening. A legend takes decades to build. To preserve a legacy that is larger than life, you will need to start a dynasty.
We were created by man to protect him. Mold his surroundings. Store his wisdom. Conquer distances. And as symbols of his divinity. We are Forgotlings.
Nobody is beyond redemption, Chelsea. Nobody. No matter who they are or what they've done. The right path is always there, if we choose to walk it.
Perception to deception.
I sacrificed my health, my body, my life, everything. What do you want?
My employers have a job for you. You ever heard of the Underground Fight Championship?
Oh, the game is still being played, Chelsea. You just never realized it because you're only a pawn.
You want me to keep a secret? That's gonna cost you.
I'm not a pawn anymore. Now I'm one of the players. I don't know who you people are, but I am coming for you.
We can be free.
Still afraid of the dark, sis.
From time to time, I ask myself, is it possible to miss something you've never known? Let me rephrase. Is it possible to be homesick for a place you have never been? I was born on Earth, but I think I have been homesick for Europa my whole life. By the time you read this, I'll be gone, and the world will look very different from how it does now. But the island should still be there. They built this thing to last. Come to the island if you ever get lonely. Come here and think of me.
Hello Delveling, and welcome to Dwarf Delve, a randomly generated roguelite set within treacherous mines filled with darkness, dangers, and above all else, loot. As a newly recruited dwarf in training, your essential duties will see you scouring the deepest, darkest mines for anything of value. Tin, gold, maybe even treasures of a less common nature. Stepping into the boots of a new Delveling can be tricky. Luckily, each time you risk your beard for loot and make it out alive, you can spend your ill-gotten gains on plenty of new tools and equipment upgrades. Assuming you make it back alive, you can use your new resources to upgrade every element of your gear, or even construct entirely new support items. You can also exchange loot for skill points, increasing how hard you can hit, how far you can throw, and how much you can carry. Between your adventures, you'll be able to relax in your quarters. Upgrade your living quarters with a huge array of wallpapers, rugs, carpets, paintings, even new cushions. Here, you can refine ores into crafting materials, purchase new furnishings for your home, and even do a spot of cooking. You might even find special edible ingredients, giving you special perks when you cook them into fully prepared meals. In the future, unlock the workbench to unpack and build flat-packed, newly purchased item blueprints, even following the included construction guide. Build a rail and minecart network to move your loot around whilst you dig deeper for rarer treasures. But remember, it's best not to get too greedy. These mines are ancient and unstable. One wrong boot could cost you your life. Dwarf Delve was developed with a love of exploration and discovering shiny loot in mind. From sandbox titles such as Minecraft and Stardew Valley, to rogues such as Diablo and Borderlands, I wanted to include as many secrets as possible within the environment. From puzzle dungeons to obscure items that would make players come together to solve and build a sense of community. The experience is constantly evolving, and I look forward to raising up our battle mallets together very soon.
Humanity's thirst for knowledge led to our greatest triumph and our ultimate downfall. We opened the door to worlds beyond our comprehension, but from that door, an unimaginable evil called the Root slipped through and destroyed everything. A couple decades back, we dealt the Root a heavy blow, bought ourselves some time. We rebuilt as best we could, licked our wounds and forged a path forward step by step. But our time is running out. Everything is prey to the Root, and as long as they exist, we will always be hunted. That's where you come in. We need you to journey to some dangerous yet wondrous worlds and stop the Root once and for all. To survive, you'll need to push every skill you've got to its limit. But we don't just need you to survive. We need you to prevail. Use whatever gear you can find. Modify your weapons with what you can scrounge up in your travels. And be smart. Bring the backup you need. We're counting on your travel. Stop this infestation before it extinguishes the last flickering flame of humanity. If you fail, well, let's just say, failure isn't an option. Our future is in your hands now. Without you, everything we know and love will fall to ash.
My name is Jacob, also known in the community as Hipshot, and I'm the creative director here at Crackshell. In this video I will in part explain how Hammerwatch 2 differs from our previous titles, the original Hammerwatch from 2013 and Heroes of Hammerwatch from 2018. I won't dive into everything different because it would be a video too long, but I will pick out a few major features. As you might know, the first game is a simple fixed hack and slasher, and Heroes of Hammerwatch is a roguelite with randomly generated levels. And now with the sequel, we are going for a more open-ended action-adventure experience. The first big thing is of course player classes, the characters that you play as throughout your journey. They are very simple in the first game and you only have few active and a few passive skills. In Heroes of Hammerwatch it was all expanded with more variation, different damage types were added and various tweaks to all of this of course. With Hammerwatch 2 we cranked that up with tons of active and passive skills, which themselves have cool sub-skills. And all classes now have a range alternative if they had none in the previous games. So it's actually possible to make an entirely ranged paladin in Hammerwatch 2, no shield, no sword, but whatever class you pick still needs items and gear. In the first game we really didn't have any items or gear, we had a few permanent upgrades, but that's kinda it. In Heroes we added collectible items with great variety that might change the game experience quite a bit. For Hammerwatch 2 we have made a system more similar to bigger action RPGs, where you collect items in your inventory that you can equip, sell or just throw away. You get the items from fallen enemies, hidden secrets, solving quests or buying them from some store, or you can even craft them. Gear and equipment have different randomized stats and features. Some other items are made for crafting purposes, some items are made to be used once, some are made for quests, and some are just useless. Speaking of quests, where we had very simple missions in both previous games like finding those planks or that prison button, we now have a fully fledged out system with dialogue, different choices and rewards. Quests can be completed in various ways and can become very advanced. Most quests you get from non-playable characters roaming around in the beautiful world of Hammerwatch 2. And while we're on the subject of world and levels, the first game had a very linear design path where Heroes had a generated level system that changed every time you played. In Hammerwatch 2 we have made a sort of a mix of that with some designed levels with randomized features in them, or levels generated from some kind of prefab composition mix. And for the first time you will now have a huge outside world to explore and take in. So those are some of the features in Hammerwatch 2. Take care now and bye bye.
on, Crusaders! It's cleanup time!
Dynamite Anton. I'm Destruction Worker. Some people call me the Dynamite Man. You know, it's pretty hard being a single dad. You're raising a little pink hedgehog girl. You know, I used to be an exterminator. It was a really bad job. I would fall down sewers, fall down manholes, and I'd have to climb my way back up. And then my roommate would just tell me, "You smell like shit." You know, kids always come up to me and they're like, "Hey, Anton, say the line. Anton, say the line." And I gotta go, Does anyone here want to buy Antonblast?
It's time to paint the town red in Antonblast, an explosive adventure coming soon to Steam and Nintendo Switch.
You still here?
Welcome to Serum, an immersive survival game where you're trapped in a world engulfed by a green, toxic substance. You're stranded without any memory of how you got there, and a device implanted in your hand ticks down the seconds until your life is over. In order to survive, you need to inject yourself with Serum, and that's where the game's unique brewing system comes into play. By mixing and matching different types of substances, you can unlock dozens of powers and hidden abilities that will help you survive. To extract the liquid, you'll need to gather plants and hunt down mutated animals that lurk in the shadows. You also find mysterious notes and blueprints left behind by someone that has been there before. Use those to craft devices, weapons, and deadly traps. Uncover the truth about the dark mysteries of this world and prepare for the final encounter, alone or in a co-op mode. Serum. Life is in your hands.
Are yet to be found. The deputy and many of the locals believe this is the doing of the devil.
Hi there, I'm Sid, a dev at Metric Empire. In our game Battle Shapers, you're playing as Ada, who's reactivated to renegade robot overlords who have taken over the city. Working with what little information you and Ada have, you'll be gunning down hordes of enemy machines in our bot-busting roguelite. Ada is equipped to work all different kinds of cool guns, and if that's not enough, her fist will certainly do the trick. Once you've perfected wielding powerful weapons and abilities, it's time to steal some game-changing powers by defeating these ruthless overlords. Once you beat an overlord, you'll be able to equip and use their powers, unlocking sick new suits and matching gauntlets. But let me warn you, getting these cores will not be easy. The road ahead is full of danger, like corrupted towers and enemies. It's clear these overlords are not playing around. It's up to you to save the city of New Elysium and bring it back to the utopia it once was.
Give me a break.
Sorry, son. You're not done yet. Get back in there, Agent.
Came with the white man on his iron horse. White man brought with him corruption, greed, vanity, ignorance. He killed on holy ground, and the Great Spirit has abandoned this place. The dead can no longer leave the mortal realm. Restless and enraged, they wander the earth, craving more living flesh. A fate worse than death, undeserving even for a stupid white man. Light still flickers within you, stranger. Go now. Leave this place. May the Great Spirit take pity on you. May your soul find peace in the spirit world.
bishop ain't easy. It takes a toll in ways you can't imagine. One day you'll find out the same thing. Now get back to work.
Feel Shale's power!
I've no time for this.
Take that!
I could have timed that better. I've got to be faster. There are things that the living cannot understand. Death is only the beginning of the final voyage. It's just not that time yet.
Master of Rails has arrived.
Ready for another adventure?
Welcome to Wrestle Quest. My name is Zach. I'm the chief powerbomb enthusiast at Mega Cat Studios, and I'm here to show you some never-before-seen content. So without further ado, let's get down to it. So the area we're showing you today is the Jungleology Wilds. It is a jungle-themed board game, and as you can see, we've got some pretty cool effects here. We've got the sunlight coming in, these leaves blowing in the wind, and this gorgeous river. Why do we add a river? Well, if you want to make them quiver, you gotta have a river, right? This is the dungeon that's sort of towards the beginning of the game after the first initial act as you open up and get to start exploring, the rest of the world map. So we're going to show you some of the features this dungeon has to offer. We've got another enemy type here in the middle there, the Luchador Piggy Bank, the Money Pig. Bruder's going to take care of him for us. Now you'll notice how he shattered there. Not all enemies will need pinned, only enemies that are wrestling based or, sort of like tough guy characters. So here we have this kind of swinging bug zapper here. Useful for the jungle, no doubt. As you get even deeper into Jungleology, you'll come to this area, the Bright Light Caves. As you can see, there's these prismatic sprays of fire that are hot enough to melt the shades right off your face. I just took one, darn it. That's alright. I just snuck by that enemy. Every enemy in the game has a certain movement pattern that if you watch and wait, you can usually sneak by them. A lot of times that forces you into a decision of, do I want to fight this guy or that guy over there because of the way their patterns overlap. So the Bright Light Caves have these colored rocks and these light bulbs, and you can find colored sheets to place over the light bulbs. So when you place a sheet, it changes the light of the bulb, which, if it matches the rocks, makes them disappear so you can continue on your way. And it gets more complicated as you get multiple sheets that you can combine for multiple colors, multiple rocks blocking your way. But if you manage to go through everything, there's some unique rewards you can find here. Here we are at what appears to be another statue area. What could it be with these scaly, slithering... Oh my gosh, it's Jake the Snake. That's right, Jake the Snake Roberts is here in Wrestle Quest. We can't do a Wrestle Quest video without talking about our main guy here, right? Macho Man. That's right, there are multiple Macho Man statues across this gigantic world map, and if you visit them all, you might just get the best prize. Thank you for joining us on this tour of Junglogy from Wrestle Quest. It's just one of the many, many areas in the game's massive world. We're excited to get Wrestle Quest into your hands later this summer. Until then, stay swimming.
Memories are more than it seems. A fantasy I know it's not a dream. In my mind's eye, it's all that I've ever seen. And I thought it's here, and it comes reality.
Crashlands. 2. Explore a world filled with wonder, mystery, and some of these things. And then slap them. And slap those too. Just slap it all. Except these. The great outdoors isn't so great when you've got no indoors. Best to make a home for yourself, but not just yourself. Because loneliness sucks. So build a friendship, because that kind of ship won't crash. After all, if you're gonna make it on this planet, you'll need all the help you can get. For a change.
You wanna fight? Rainbow! Can't catch me!
And let's take a tour of the SDF Catalina, because that's you. You're Princess Euphora, leader of the Palladian people and captain of this fine starship. From the bridge, we'll be able to upgrade numerous things, activate our holotable, chart our course, jump to other systems, and of course interact with our division officers at their command centers. But let's go down a deck. Just like that. Because in Jumplight Odyssey, you'll be able to navigate all of the decks of your starship using our unique, never before seen, incredible cross-sections inspired form of navigation. And this deck is the Promenade. Just below the bridge, this is where crew spend most of their social time and rest and recuperation, coming together for activities, strengthening relationships, and even doing a little spot of gardening or rummaging the vending machines. Now, let's go to the quarterdeck. The quarterdeck is where the action happens, so to speak, whether that be manufacturing, building supplies, keeping the power running, showering your crew, feeding them. This is the domain of your engineering and supply divisions, and it's what keeps the ship running day to day. Now, also, a starship needs a flight deck. This flight deck is where you'll scramble your fighters and launch all of your away missions. Away missions are a crucial method of gaining resources from the systems you'll be jumping to. And the last of the Catalina's main decks is the lower deck. Now, usually the lower deck when you start a run is largely empty, but as captain of the starship, we've built this out to our design for the needs of our crew and our mission. And next up is something that we've never shown before. This is the Jumplight drive. In the engine room, you'll find the capabilities to harness starlight, raw starlight, in a somewhat stable form called Jumplight. Jumplight is what will power your journey throughout the stars and hopefully to the Forever Star. There is so much more to show you of the SDF Catalina, but also of Jumplight Odyssey, our starship adventure sim. And in the coming months, we'll be revealing more and more about this title. So please, wishlist the game, join us on Discord, and come along for the journey.
Buongiorno, my fellow mobsters and culinary enthusiasts. Welcome to this grand fest known as Duality. I, your gracious host Dawn, am about to reveal all the culinary secrets of this madcap tycoon game. Now, picture this. You are the boss of the vibrant restaurant empire, calling the shots in the thrilling underworld adventure. Your mission? Run the show with the style and cook up daring schemes that'll have even the toughest meatball quacking on its sauce. But hold on to your fedoras, ragazzi. Got some cards in the game that'll make you question your choices faster than a chef, pondering whenever pineapple belongs on pizza. When those questionable cards pop up, it's like adding an extra kick of spice to your lasagna. Things are about to get a whole lot crazier, my friends. Listen up, my ambitious pasta slingers. The more criminal activities are done, the harder your suit gets. The police will be sneaking around like a seagull eyeing for a seafood. Stay one step ahead of the boys in blue, my friends. You be the maestro of culinary and gangster empire, orchestrating a team, upgrading the trattoria, and ensuring the pasta keeps flowing. Just remember, not everyone can handle 2 chairs. So, my friends, are you prepared to die? For your cause. I was acting. Or was I? Advertise your joint, reel in the hungry crowd, and launder money you get from your gangsters. Just be prepared for the most unexpected surprises.
Greetings, valued employee. Welcome to the Ringo Corporation. It will be your job to sort samples. There is no need to question the samples. I have no doubts that you will give 110%. Ringo appreciates that a rested mind empowers the grind. It will be your job to sort samples. It is your duty to put your money back into the economy. It will be your job to sort samples. The samples are important, and as such, you are important. Put your money back into the economy. Economy. Rested mind. Rested mind. There is no need to question the samples. Question the sample.
Greetings, employees.
I'm Vicky.
And I'm Sam. We are Chem Team, the developers of Corporation The Sorting Process, our upcoming dystopian narrative game.
In Corporation, you'll play as Max, a lab technician working for a corporately owned state. We love games that foster a sense of routine, and so built our world around the work, life, sleep cycle of the daily grind. Here's a breakdown of what that looks like.
In your day job, you will sort samples. The quicker you organize them, the more money you will earn. But there's a catch. Your manager will change the rules and add complexity. We've tried to emulate the satisfaction of a job well done and the frustration of arbitrary tasks.
You might be wondering what you'll do with all the money that you make. The Ringo desktop PC gives you access to the shopping catalogue and pay-to-win games, but your first priority should always be your bills.
As you progress through each day, you will uncover the linear narrative through daily news, surveys, and state-designated chat companions. Along the journey, you will find a game world that responds to you in surprising ways.
However, your routine will be disrupted when a group of rebels dissatisfied with the system invite you to question your place in the world and uncover the truth behind the samples.
There's a spoiler-free prologue for you to try on Steam. We can't wait for you to play Corp Nation. Thank you for watching. Work hard.
to the world of a Corgi's cozy hike. You play as this adorable Corgi on an unforgettable vacation. Along the way, you might stumble across Rusty. He wants to start an animal sanctuary and needs your help. let's mark our territory so that dogs that we rescue can know how to find this place. Now let's set off. On your hike, you can choose where to go and what to do. Maybe you'll climb the mountain. Maybe you'll unlock all of the island's secrets. Oh, wait a second. What's that? A beach chair? Ugh, I can't resist the urge to relax for a little bit, take in the sun. There's a lot of little cozy spots like this hidden throughout the island. You can find them all and relax, but we need to go now. You can find ancient corgi artifacts like this beautiful cape or my corgi claws to let you glide or climb your way up mountains. Once you're at the top, look around to find hidden secrets. Here's some ancient corgi butt power. The more you find, the higher you can climb. So let's look around and see what else we can see here. What's that over there? That looks like a lost dog we can rescue. Let's go see if we can get him. So we'll just glide our way down. Ooh. Now let's just climb up. Oh no, we don't have enough corgi butt power. We could find more, but let's find another way up. I've got an idea. Maybe we just need some fire. So let's just go over here, grab one of these sticks, we'll light it on fire, and then we'll see what we can do. Let's be careful not to cause any corgi chaos around here, though. We don't want to burn anything. But let's see. Okay, we'll just burn this. And look what falls down, a nice little mushroom. We can bounce up there, and now there he is. Oh, poor him, he's lost. He just needs a little boop, and then he'll be fine and ready to go. Now, if we go back to our animal sanctuary, we'll find that Treble made his way here, and he's enjoying living here. Let's give him a different bed. You can unlock decorations by recruiting volunteers for your sanctuary. Oh man, he really loves that one. This has been your early look at a Corgi's Cozy Hike. We've only been working on it for a few months, and we need your help to bring it to reality. Check out our Kickstarter and wishlist us on Steam. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you later.
Providence Oaks! You probably already noticed it, but our beautiful little lake town is covered in snow. And to answer the question that's on everyone's mind, yes, we will have a white Christmas.
Tidy wrap the boxes underneath green branches. What are the chances it's December? The cold winds blowing through the mistletoe and stockings are floating up by the fireplace. But here's the thing about Christmas. They say it don't mean nothing unless you got somebody else to share it with.
Mail carrier Weiss. Hope you had a good one out there.
Can't complain, Frank. Now it's just one more day till Christmas, and Meredith coming over.
But I'm alone this Christmas, and I'll be okay. I'll have my own kind of special holiday.
I'm here to tell you about something a little different. Welcome to Noun Town language learning, the new way to master languages without even realizing it. You start on this big grayscale island that looks really dull, dead, and lifeless. But then as you start to learn more words, color begins to sprout out from various places. Villagers move back into the island to give you more quests or just have conversations. You essentially go around picking up items, playing minigames, and learning words in order to bring color back to the world.
Sanuki.
通る。ダイアリー。
石鹸。
Haburashi. If you want to learn a new language but are tired of boring textbooks and 100-day streaks, then you need to check out Noun Town Language Learning. The game features over 1,000 of the most common words and phrases you need to master, and you can learn all the major languages like Japanese, Korean, Spanish and more. Once you've learned some new words, you'll gain access to a ton of minigames to test your learning.
石鹸。
レザーバッグ。ヒーター。
And when you're feeling a little more confident, there are 16 characters, each with their own personality that you can practice your speaking with, free of the fear of messing up or getting embarrassed. Diary, Senuki, Spoon, Toilet paper, Mofu, Tatami. Noun Town is available to wishlist right now on Steam, and is releasing this summer with console versions out in late 2023.
I'm bringing a basket of baked goods to my family. She's not doing any of the things we told her to do.
We couldn't have been more clear. She's supposed to be enforcing martial law.
You're sending me to jail? I'm a children's birthday party magician!
Increasing my sphere of influence.
The princess goes missing, and all of a sudden there's a no goblins order?
I forget what I told her to do, but I think it involved somebody's pet. I confess! I was smuggling illegal pixie dust inside the dead cat!
How do we get it through her thick skull that she's supposed to be listening to us?
I am listening. Did you forget I was here again?
What? Of course not! Who the hell is that?
Okay, Lil, you got this.
The day of the royal wedding approaches, but a change is coming! Will you RSVP for the revolution?
I know you couldn't resist the chance to place an illegal sports bet with the old pal Fredo.
Welcome to Garby's Emporium of Wonder.
I did not slay 90 ballerinas to be denied entry by some freckle-faced babe.
I don't want to be rude, but you seem, well, pretty baked.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait, your name is Count Heinrich von Pyre?
Yes. Why?
And that's all for us here today. Please help control the pet population. Have your gargoyles spayed or neutered. So long, everybody!
It all starts and ends with a girl, too small and inadequate for that world of ash, tar, and coal where she was born. Luckily, even if that place turned out to be very hostile for her, there she met Carol, until...
We're the developers of Deathstreak Double Blind. I'm Mari, I'm the producer, writer, I do some of the programming.
I'm Jenny, I do art and I'm in charge of animation, UI, everything visual.
Deathstreak Double Blind is a non-linear detective game set in a 1950s traveling circus. In this game, players will have to solve the mysterious murder of the star magician before the circus has to leave town by the end of the day.
All the evidence and witness will be gone. As we say in the game, it's like a Cinderella story, but instead of chasing a princess, we are chasing a murderer.
The idea of setting the story in a vintage circus came to us because we felt like it gave us a unique aesthetic. It will help us design memorable characters because they each have their own role related to how they perform in the circus.
And also, our characters have their own color scheme to go with their personalities and also their own background stories.
In this game, you will play as two different characters, a detective that has been hired to investigate the murder, and a new magician who has come to replace the amazing Hattie. The player will have to switch between these two perspectives to eventually piece things together and come to a conclusion.
In this game, we have a system what we call collection system. So with every information or item you collected, you can use them either to inquire or to contradict.
What I love about this mechanic is the non-linearity of it. The story doesn't soft lock you until you find the right problem, so you are free to spot your own contradictions. And you can pick what you want to ask, to whom and when, and you will pretty much always get a unique response. So each journey will be very different. The story moves forward based on what we call action points. So for example, investigating, inquiring, or contradicting might all cost action points. So once your AP runs out, this turn will end and you will switch characters and the game will move forward to the next round. So you might want to think strategically about which questions you want to ask and whether the contradiction you found is the right one. We hope detective game lovers will enjoy the mystery and enjoy solving the case in your own ways. We also hope you might like meeting these characters that we've come to care for so much.
If that sounds like something you will enjoy, so please wishlist Deathstreak Double Blind on Steam and go play the demo.
Who am I?
do acrobatics, kill, and look cute while doing it. Gory Cuddly Carnage is a foul-mouthed third-person hack-and-slash action adventure. You play as Gory, a cute but deadly synthetic cat on Frank, a sentient, death-dealing hoverboard waging war against an army of mutated toys. Gory Cuddly Carnage is all about speed, violence, and gore. You'll have a host of combat options to decimate enemies in the bloodiest ways imaginable to really amp up the carnage. Skate and slice everything with Frank's built-in razor blades that he loves to use. Next is the slam wheel that will crunch and bash everything that comes in its way. Charge it in the air to unleash some hell on bigger enemies, or just slam everything in your path. That's totally up to you. The next move is my personal favorite. The hoverboard is also a rocket launcher. Fire smaller rockets against smaller enemies, or just soup it up and go absolutely nuclear, obliterating everything you locked your sight on. Except for the slashing, the bashing, the dashing, and the shooting, there will also be an array of upgrades to cause even more mayhem in the full game. Look at him, he's so happy, you just have to buy gory new things. When you've maimed, slayed, and upgraded your way through a level, everything is of course topped off with an old school boss battle with all the worst, most mutated, and disgusting toys imaginable. These sections of the game will test your abilities against waves of enemies that will be destroyed in hellfire and a flurry of blades. But beware, some of these mutant toys will not die so easily. Gory Cuddly Carnage will be available on like everything, so wishlist it today.
立ち入り禁止エリアでデータ。
ありがたい。だが急いでくれんか。
Hello. Welcome to my world, Xantrar. I created these people and peaceful lands for them to inhabit. Actually, some lands are more peaceful than others. There are magical scenes with surprises around every corner. Towns and cities for different cultures, decent citizens, and other folks. Here, honest and hardworking people always get what they deserve. Peace is what we all want. It's on everybody's mind and soul. So, gaze upon my islands, amaze at the scope of my vision, for I am Rar, the god of Xantrar. And I say, oh, please help me, please.
A lot of people ask me where the concept for Critter Crops came from. And like many games, I tell them that Critter Crops started as a college project. Then from there, after I chose to share it with the world, it became something more. And I decided that I would try my best to incorporate my favorite pieces of video games into a cozy experience. And that became pretty challenging when I started bringing in the core elements of the game, like RPG elements, class choosing, combat even, was a pretty bold choice to include in a cozy game. And it's one of those things that I feel really separates Critter Crops from other farming games. It's unique. It has its own flavor of what cozy actually means. And that's pretty special. And the reason for it was purely because I was trying to make the game that I want to play. The story of Critter Crops is a pretty emotional one. I wanted people to understand not only the main character, but the other characters that exist in this world, and really find someone they can relate to and choose their favorite people, build their world the way they would want their magical world to be. So my hope is that by the end of the game, everyone will have this harmonious, amazing place that they have built on their own from hard work, dedication, and loyalty, honestly. So I hope everyone that plays Critter Crops has a wonderful time.
blink of an eye, everything was forever changed. Yet, mankind persevered, harnessing newfound powers. They survive, and they thrive. The sky was no longer a limit.
Void Train. Our first stop takes us deep into the surreal realms of Void Train, a game that has just embarked on its own captivating journey of development. After launching Void Train in Steam Early Access last month, the dev team has been focusing on improving the general game experience, but expect new content such as improved character generator and new Void creatures very soon. You can learn more about our plans in the development roadmap on Void Train's Steam page. And now we approach Storm Edge, an upcoming action roguelite game that invites you to embody the extraordinary powers of a gifted mage. Let's have a closer look at this one.
Colosseum is a gladiator battle simulator. It combines elements from deck building, fighting, and roguelike games. Experiment with equipment and weapons. Combine new runes and skills to become stronger and challenge the champions. Pick a character, prepare for a duel, and enter the deadly tournament. Wishlist Rune Colosseum today.
We hope your spirits remain high, for we have now arrived at Outbreak Island. We must urge you to stay vigilant. This place may have a certain charm, but it is far from the friendliest destination.
Hello. Today, we will slightly the veil of mystery over Outbreak Island. In the morning light, everything looks quite cute and friendly, but that's just for now. Every day, we do something on our farm. And although you will be able to conquer new buildings for development later, this house with a cozy garden and workshop will remain in your heart for a long time. Here, the player can experience all the delights of farm life, growing vegetables, taking care of the territory, repairing greenhouses, and strengthening fences. The workshop in the backyard will help with this, but everything needs resources, which means it's time to head to the sawmill. The game offers the ability to drive a car and transport goods and building materials. At the sawmill, the hero cuts logs into planks and assembles everything needed in the workshop. But electricity on the island is only available at night, so our hero seeks alternative ways to solve the problem. Sometimes, the most interesting things are just around the corner. The locations of Outbreak Island hold secrets and valuable loot. But if you don't want to face monsters today, it's time to hurry back to the farm. Outbreak Island is a unique game that allows players to immerse themselves in the atmosphere of survival and self-development. Here, you will find interesting tasks, diverse locations, and a unique atmosphere. Join us and try to pass all the challenges on your way to survival on Outbreak Island.
Hello Gatekeepers, I'm George from Gravity Lagoon Studio, and I'm here to unveil our game, Gatekeeper. In Gatekeeper, you'll venture into an unknown galaxy to reclaim the stolen heart of the universe. Your mission is to restore balance to the cosmos, but it won't be easy. The heart is trapped within a complex quantum cage, guarded by ancient giants called the Sirens. Prepare for thrilling adventures as you explore the galaxy, battle formidable foes, and seize back the heart of the universe. Earlier this year, we released Gatekeeper Eclipse, a demo that received massive support from over 100,000 players. Your feedback was invaluable, allowing us to refine the gameplay and mechanics of Gatekeeper. In Eclipse, you had two game modes, Nowhere and Aurora. In Nowhere, you had to fight off waves of enemies aiming to destroy planetary gates and steal the heart of time. And in Aurora, your goal was to protect obelisks and open portals leading to challenging boss battles. You could choose between two unique characters, Hybrid and Nidum. Hybrid specializes in ranged attacks, utilizing 4 active abilities like External Bios, which bounces off enemies up to 20 times. Nidum, a melee hero, wields fiery vortexes with skills like Circular, dealing devastating damage to anyone it touches. Now, we're thrilled to announce Gatekeeper Infinity, our upcoming second demo. By popular demand, we've added online co-op, letting you team up with friends as fellow gatekeepers. Face tougher enemies, experience enhanced abilities, and enjoy a rebalanced gameplay. Unlock character progression, discover new locations, and brace yourself for an even grander adventure. We're also introducing 2 additional characters in Infinity, Pandora, who can be described as a nuke mage, and Bastion, a melee tank. They join the ranks, offering fresh gameplay styles and expanding your strategic options. We, Gravity Lagoon Studio, are committed to surpassing your expectations. Thank you for your unwavering support as we embark on this extraordinary journey together. Stay tuned for Gatekeeper Infinity, where the fate of the universe lies in your hands.
Hello, we are Magnum Scriptum. Recently, we showcased a new free prologue to our game, Quasimorph. Quasimorph is a mix of classic turn-based roguelike RPG with a unique extraction twist. If you survive, you get to keep everything you have looted. If you die, you lose everything you took on the mission. You play as the boss of a galactic PMC. You will explore abandoned laboratories, space prisons and derelict temples to complete missions for space corporations. Clone the best employees and send them to certain death to probe the weaknesses of your opponents. Die and try again. Gather a team of professionals, keep track of your ammo, and monitor your equipment to be prepared for any challenges in this space slaughter. It will be up to you to uncover the truth and the unforgivable acts humanity has committed in the deep, dark depths of space.
San Rafaela, paradise full of new opportunities. The destiny of San Rafaela lies in your hands. Wishlist now on Steam.
Hey punks, I'm Chuck, and I'm gonna teach you how to survive in the future. The Goodness Corporation runs the show around here, so if you want to escape the Undercity, you best get some good person points. Only losers train old school style, sit on your butt, get buff with neuro training. Train smart and install software in your government-mandated brain implant. What could go wrong? People eat slime now. Gives you energy and makes you less hungry. You do not want to be hungry in the future! That's about all that I can be bothered to tell you about today. So go kick some butt and don't forget to play the Steam Punch Club 2 Fast Forward blah blah blah.
Try the free demo and wishlist on Steam now.
Pilot mode activated. Welcome to Black Skylands. Explore the skies in this open world base building adventure. Jump into an airship, gather resources, build weapons, and fight an ever-looming threat, all while uncovering the many secrets hidden in the clouds. Over 3 centuries ago, a meteorite fell to Earth, forever changing life on the planet. Players will step into the shoes of Eva, a talented airship pilot. Eva is tasked with visiting the small colony of Aspie, where pirates and monsters alike have been ruthlessly attacking. Seeing the sheer havoc these enemies have wrought, Eva decides that she is going to need some big ships with big weapons in order to save the colony. That's where you come in. Explore an expansive world complete with many unique floating islands. Travel through forests, farms, snowlands, and ruins with your trusty moth Luma to help you with moving things to your ship. Pick up side quests, uncover secrets, gather treasure, solve puzzles, and meet interesting characters. But keep your wits about you, because you never know what dangers lurk in the dark skies. Be prepared to fight on both land and in the skies. Combine aerial and ground fighting tactics. Use your grappling hook to close in quickly on enemies and take them by surprise. Use powerful weapons that you can change on the fly to adapt to the battle at hand. Aboard the father ship, Eva is able to upgrade herself and her equipment. With a variety of weapons at her disposal, from crossbows to rocket launchers, and nearly 30 modification options each, players are able to truly craft the perfect arsenal to cater to their own personal playstyle. Not every ship is perfect, and Eva's airships are no exception. You'll find throughout the game that you can upgrade your ships and choose what types of guns to use. You'll need to use the resources you've gathered on your journeys to keep your ships in tip-top shape. Along with the main story of Black Skylands, you'll meet others in the world that need your help. Complete these quests to gain experience and, of course, valuable resources. You can also take on difficult challenge quests to find more bountiful rewards. Black Skylands is full of intriguing twists, exciting combat, and loads of great customization for both your characters and your ships. You never know what you might discover while exploring the sky. But one thing is for certain. Your efforts may just mean the difference between the end of Earth's existence or the beginning of its new one.
Hello everyone. We're really excited to tell you all about our plans for the future of Spider Heck today. where we're going to be looking back at the updates we've released over the past year and sharing our exciting plans for the upcoming summer update and beyond. So, before we swing into the future, let's take a look back at where we've been. Since the release of Spider-Heck, we've been hard at work building out new game modes, features and content, like parkour mode, where you run, jump and dodge your way through obstacles against the clock. And who can forget the rush of wielding new weapons? We've added gravity grenades, the gravity saw, and the auto shotgun for more carnage. Oh, and let's not overlook the portals that help you escape and murder you in equal amounts. And of course, the infamous pain levels that tested your limits and sanity. It's been quite a journey so far, hasn't it? But we're far from done on Spider-Heck. So let's dive into what lies ahead for our upcoming summer update. Brace yourselves, because there's a lot. And at the end, we have something extra special to announce, so don't go anywhere. First up, we're introducing the Versus map editor. That's right folks, we're putting the power of creation in your hands, allowing you to create unique battlegrounds for your fierce battles. With a plethora of tools and options at your disposal, you can shape the arenas to match your wildest imagination, and we can't wait to see what you come up with in June when this feature releases. Next up, chained invincible enemies. Lasers swinging on hinges. Platforms hanging by a thread. Yep, we're cranking up the insanity with new level hazards. Your spider senses will be tingling as you navigate these treacherous environments, testing your reflexes and wits. It's a wild ride you won't want to miss, and don't worry, most of these new hazards will be available in both the parkour and Versus map editors in our anniversary update later this year. But wait, there's more. We're shaking things up with the introduction of limited tiers of Heck. The name might change before it gets to you. And this is planned for release later this summer. These limited time tiers will offer you a chance to unlock cosmetics and rewards as you conquer the challenges they throw your way. And here's the kicker. We're even going to let you submit your own devilish tiers upon an unsuspecting public. And we're still not done. The Scroll of Heck is an in-game list that will unveil all of the cosmetics and their unlock conditions. Working out how to unlock the game's various cosmetics was an annoying process, and we've added the scroll to make it easier to know what you need to do. As an added bonus, your progress through the game will be tracked, and as you complete more of the scroll, you'll be rewarded with additional cosmetics to flaunt your spider style. And we're still not done. For all you achievement hunters out there, we've got you covered. We're unleashing 10 brand new achievements, including conquering the grueling pain levels and showcasing your parkour prowess. It's time to prove your spider skills and earn those bragging rights. Alright, hold on to your webs, because we're not done yet and you've patiently waited. Now, it's time for the big news we promise. In fact, we lied. It's 2 big pieces of news. First, dedicated servers are coming to Spider-Heck. Picture this, online gameplay which is reliable, stable, and where the host has no advantage. Say goodbye to those pesky connection issues, and hello to smoother gameplay. With dedicated servers, you can focus on perfecting your swing and outmaneuvering your opponents without worrying about pesky hiccups. And that's not all. We're also introducing crossplay. You'll be able to team up with friends and foes alike, no matter if they play on PC, console, or even a web-enabled toaster. Hey, we don't judge. It's all about connecting players regardless of platform choice and letting everyone murder each other's spiders freely. And so that brings us to the end of this update. The summer update is just around the corner, and we'll be continuing to add more and more to Spider-Heck as time goes by. Keep an eye on our socials and join us in the Discord to make sure you never miss any news as soon as it's available.
So, you're the one that spoiled brat with daddy issues was worried about.
Nobusaurus sent you that, huh?
And you are?
Kenny fucking Lawrence.
Once I was lost. Is that a name we're supposed to know, or...?
The one and only patriot of the West.
He's out of his damn mind.
Let me tell you a little story, Mr. Yasuke.
I really don't care.
Yeah, I like patriots. Really killing. Man to man, arms to weapons. That's what kept me on. But how lucky I was to get an invitation for a different kind of job. Oda gave me a gift. One of those Danketsu things y'all have. It's time for me to get in on the fun.
Even if we're not yet strong enough for Oda, this is still our step forward. So I won't let someone like you get in my way! Yasuke, Yasuke, Yasuke.
A world of fantasy and dreams awaits you. Welcome to the Cavern of Dreams. In this 3D platformer, you play as Finn, a young dragon whose unhatched siblings have been kidnapped. Explore densely packed worlds full of puzzles to solve, challenges to overcome, and treasure to discover. Meet a whole cast of strange creatures and whimsical characters who need your help. Hatch your rescued siblings and help raise them to be strong. Dig deeper to find new worlds to explore. Grow body parts to gain new powers. And discover who stole your siblings and why. Jump, fly, swim, strike. Save your family from the darkest depths. The mystery is yours to explore in Cavern of Dreams.
Well, I have a fish in a bottle.
I have 2 bottles in the eyeball.
Pete?
The bond must
Can we check Pete's inventory real quick, bro? Because, like, I'm.
Wait, why is there 3 eyeballs?
I tried, man.
Whoa!
Ah!
Oh my god!
I got stolen.
How was it me?
Flower in laboratory. Flower.
Shut up.
Do one more, or what's up?
Yeah, we could do one more.
Okay.
You can do one more if I'm not human.
We came to this rogue planet to build something that could save our own. Underground, we discovered something beautiful. And a mystery we couldn't explain. And that's where you come in. Humanity is counting on you, Groundbreaker. So am I. Let's get to work.
So, Donovan seems to be handling his predicament well. All things considered, I mean.
You sure it's this way?
I do want to help in any way I can, Kai.
You can help by staying out of it. Oh, get out of here!
Hello? Kai? You out there?
Oh, thank God. I thought I'd lost you.
Was that Donovan I heard on the radio?
What, you're spying on me now?
I got it covered, Boy Scout. Landed by some big-ass silos. Power station, maybe?
Wait, power station? Out here? Hey, Donovan. Donovan, do you copy?
My memories are splintering. Who are you? You become my lover and break a heart. Set us free from the brightest heat. The loudest color. The Cychroma.
Meet Playdate, the little 1-bit game console that comes with a crank and 24 free games. Plus, people are making great new Playdate games all the time. Here are just 3 of the latest.
I'm Rokashi, and I'm working on Faraway Fairway, a golf game about uncovering secrets and exploring mental health, and I can't wait for everyone to play.
My name is Gregory Covas. This is Cord, and we present to you Un, the rhythm game, where you move and shoot on a beat.
My name is Spencer Garwin, lead game designer of Quantum Phantom Basketball. Long-range shooting, high-flying, slam-dunking, hard-shoving basketball fighting game action.
Learn more about these games and so many others at play.date/games.
Stories tell of a time when the skies were lost, and we could no longer build among the clouds. We had forgotten how to gather distant resources, and we could no longer explore our vast horizons. But we never lost that way. No, our problem is survival. We must defend ourselves. We must seek out and defeat our enemies. We must restore the airborne empire.
This is Hako, the new intern at Bubblegum Galaxy. She'll now show us how to build planets. Sorry, I meant to say restore the galaxy? Build a planet by placing tiles. Finish missions to earn points and additional tiles. Place your tiles wisely to complete quests and win stars. The more stars you get, the more planets you'll be able to restore. Each planet will have its own quirks and special rules. As you gather stars and prove your skill as a planet architect, you will get to know more about your coworkers. What is happening? This doesn't sound so good. Help Hako rebuild and save Bubblegum Galaxy. Check out the demo, available now on Steam.
Experience the joy of running your own cozy small business. Create stickers, pack orders, and hear your customers' stories. Time to build the cutest shop on the internet. Moonstone Island is a creature-collecting life sim set in an open world with 100+ islands to explore. Make friends, brew potions, collect spirits, and test your strength in card-based encounters to complete your alchemy training. Station to Station is a minimalist railroad building simulator that artfully combines a relaxing experience with eye-pleasing voxel art visuals. Populate a beautiful, ever-brightening landscape and connect the world by building train tracks. All aboard! Usagi-shima is a cozy, relaxing bunny collecting game. Decorate an abandoned island while you discover and make friends with a variety of cute, curious bunnies.
Karma Zoo is a game about finding bliss in cooperation. Join a joyful team of up to 10 players online and combine your abilities to complete the loop. In Karma Zoo, there are a billion ways to share the love. Choose one. Spit on your friends to make them sticky. Sacrifice yourself to drop a helpful tombstone. Strip down to your trunk to give a leg up. Spin a spider's web for others to climb. Smash block to smithereens to clear the way. Sing your heart out to create the bridge. But you don't need a reason to carry your friends to victory, as they bask in their natural glory. Karma Zoo, a game for you!
Hop into the world of Kamairu, a cozy farming and crafting game where you breed and collect frogs, customize and decorate your very own refuge, and work to restore biodiversity in the wetlands.
Explore a bright fantasy world in Paladins, a whimsical co-op adventure inspired by classic tabletop role-playing games. Play with up to 4 friends as you meet charming NPCs, collect oddball items, and complete quests to unlock the secrets of the land.
The upcoming DLC for A Little to the Left cleans out the cabinets and secret compartments with 25 delightful new cupboards and drawers themed puzzles to discover. Along with even more charming illustrations and surprising scenarios. Coming June 27th.
Henry Halfhead is a quirky sandbox adventure game about possessing and controlling everyday objects. Today, Henry is relaxing by doing some gardening. They enjoy planting new life and watching it grow from their care and love. Accompany Henry through their life story with all its ups and downs. Please wishlist Henry Halfhead now on Steam.
Hi, I'm Preeti, and I'm making Gourdlets, a cozy city-building sandbox where you place buildings and scenery, and then little visitors called Gourdlets show up and live in your world. Depending on what you build, they might play chess, read, drink tea, take a little nap, fish, roast marshmallows, and more. The only objective is to build and see what the Gourdlets will do. And now, by popular request, the final release will have farming. Choose seeds to plant and the Gourdlets will water them and pull weeds to grow a beautiful garden. Gourdlets is coming soon.
What if love was your most precious resource? Play Matchmaker in Lakeburg Legacies, a cozy management sim. Create the best couples, handle the drama, and ensure that your kingdom thrives. Blakeburg Legacies launches on PC on July 20th.
Welcome to Loftia, a game about working together to make a positive impact on the world. You can learn skills such as hydroponic farming and sustainable crafting, go on adventures with your crew, and join the community on projects to improve the city. Whether you love socializing with friends, both old and new, or prefer playing solo, there's a home for everyone in Loftia.
Join the iconic Little Nemo as you explore the wondrous world of dreams, Slumberland. In this platforming adventure, you'll collect toys, PJs, and little buddies, all granting you extraordinary abilities. Discover enchanting new dream domains and encounter a colorful cast of characters, all threatened by the mysterious Oblivion, which only you can overcome. Along the way, you'll face challenges, but don't worry, you'll simply wake up safe and sound in your bedroom. Take a quick breather before hopping back into bed to continue on your adventure. Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland. Try the demo now on Steam for a limited time.
In a tiny sticker tale, help a young donkey named Flynn in their journey to reunite with their father. Use a magic sticker book to take anything from the world around you and turn it into a sticker. Use your creativity to stick them back in different places, solving puzzles and helping your new friends.
Everdeep Aurora is a small 2D adventure and exploration game that tells the story of an adventurous little cat named Shell searching for her missing mother. This unexpected quest will unravel many secrets about the world around her.
From the creator of Omno, Kibu is a tranquil adventure in the heart of the wilderness. Build out a temple, tend to your garden, brew delicious tea, and adventure out into the wilds to harvest the riches of nature. own special corner of home in a beautiful, mysterious land.
In this cozy platformer, play as young witch Flora, who cooks and delivers tasty treats to the townsfolk of Grot. Choose a fitting recipe and gather your ingredients through different means while exploring this beautiful harbor town. Let's start with slowly roasting the mushrooms in the oven and preparing the cooking pot. Remember, for this order, you are asked to avoid anything spicy. Flora, you only have a spicy horned pepper. We can work with that. It's not in the recipe, but you can use additional ingredients to outweigh the flavors of others. Let it stir with a spark of magic, and come back in a second to collect it. Now, it's time to deliver your magical delicacies.
Welcome to paradise, or should we say, puppy paradise. We have a ton of pups for you to befriend. Make sure to bathe, feed, and play with them. Unlock hundreds of clothes and accessories to dress up your pups and create your own unique style. Get your friends kitted out and hunt for treasure on sandy beaches, or hike and explore snowy mountains. Go on your very own adventure and explore an island full of puppies. Be sure to check every nook and cranny. Who knows what secrets you'll find along the way. Make this island your own. Build and customize it for you and the furry locals. There's so much here for you to discover, and so many friends to make in this relaxing and exciting puppy adventure. We can't wait to welcome you to the island.
The Guardian of Nature is a puzzle adventure game with lovely handcrafted art and animations. It's about a giant tree that connects the whole forest and its vegetation. You are brought into this magical world and play Henry, a botanist and the last guardian of nature. One day, Henry finds out that the mother tree is in danger and that he needs to go on an urgent journey to put nature back in order. Explore the world of the game above and below ground. Solve solar punk puzzles and see how everything is connected. Accompany Henry on his journey. Use your ability to change in size and find out about the large and tiny wonders of this world. Wishlist The Guardian of Nature, now on Steam.
Welcome to Manita's Kitchen, where you'll meet Trexito, a T-Rex with short arms that has one dream: to become the best pizza maker. Join Trexie and their 4 dino friends in this culinary adventure, but be warned. The competition's conspiracy could ruin everything.
Unpacking is a Zen game about the familiar experience of pulling possessions out of boxes and fitting them into a new home. Coming to phone and tablet later this year. Solarpunk is a cozy survival crafting game in a technically advanced world of floating islands. Live in harmony with nature and use sunlight, wind, and water to create an energy system and automate your processes like gathering resources and watering your plants.
Reforge a blacksmith's village on an isle of the land's finest artisans. Step into the boots of an expert smith for a crafty adventure filled with mystery and charm. That a hammer, anvil, and your wits can overcome any challenge.
I'm Terra, Hazel Wild's granddaughter. Nice to meet you.
Join Terra on a heartfelt journey to become a witch in Wildflowers.
Oh my gosh, you look so good!
Farm by day and cast spells by night as you craft your cottagecore life and bond with your coven.
Do you believe in witches?
Come to know and love the fully voice-acted characters of Fairhaven as you unravel a local mystery.
I love you, Tara Wild.
Come to the lighthouse, Moira. Come as fast as you can.
These hills are a prison, and I'm breaking out.
Moira McKinnon is running away from home across the Scottish Highlands to reach the sea. Scramble over peaks, decipher maps, explore caves, and rush through valleys in time to music. Collect the stories of the hills and of Moira's past. Sushi Ben is a VR adventure game about saving a struggling sushi bar by bringing in new customers. The game also uses unique 3D manga panels to add film language to VR.
今すぐ出ていかないと、このちょっと傷んで危うい匂いのするマグロをぶつけますよ。
You'll have to help customers with their problems before they agree to accompany you for dinner.
In the northern part of the world, a global phenomenon was born. Tove Jansson, a cherished artist and author, created the intriguing world of Moomin Valley, transcending cultural boundaries and capturing the hearts of millions. Moomin's enduring appeal can be traced to the story's themes of friendship, melancholy, and adventure, which have resonated with audiences across generations. Among the inhabitants of Moomin Valley, we find a free-thinking spirit and philosopher with his signature green hat and harmonica, Snufkin. A true wanderer, he has embraced a nomadic lifestyle, cherishing his independence and sense of adventure above all. When harmony is disturbed in Moomin Valley, he returns to restore the natural order of untamed beauty and rescue his best friend, Moomin Troll. Join Snufkin's adventures in Snufkin, Melody of Moomin Valley.
The Star Named Eos is a first-person narrative puzzle adventure game that explores the power of photography and memories. Immerse yourself in a hand-drawn world, solve puzzles, and recreate photos to relive long-forgotten moments.
Fall of Porcupine is a unique story adventure. Experience the exciting story of Finley and his friends in a lovingly illustrated world.
First things first, let's create my own character. For those who played the original, you can see how much more choice you have now, and so I've made the decision to make myself. You can even choose what pronouns you'd like characters to use for you throughout the game. Of course, life on the farm is nice and relaxed, and we've made some changes to make it even more relaxing, with better movement, upgradable tools, and some helpful new facilities. We've also added new hybrid crops, so you can experiment and make some unusual creations. Naturally, this game is all about family and there's so much to uncover here. I don't want to spoil too much, so let me just tell you that I've married Nami and our daughter Mina is the cutest thing ever. It's time for me to say goodbye, so let me leave you with a quick snuggle montage.
Campfire Cat Cafe is an idle game where you open a restaurant in a forest filled with cute animals. Decorate and level up your restaurant and open new areas and activities for your customers to enjoy. Miho must venture through a world of endless deserts, floating mountains, and talking beasts, outsmarting thieves and meeting quirky characters along the way.
In Tracks of Thought, you're a little ladybug who's still figuring things out. And you're figuring out why no one in this train can remember where they're going. Team up with one of 7 bugs suited to your own personality. Help out the passengers, settle your differences in card battles, and learn how to deal with conflict together. Oh, looks like the train's arriving soon.
Beastie Ball is a turn-based RPG where you coach a team of beasties to play Beastie Ball, which is kind of like volleyball. You play as this customizable coach character, and you can explore this huge open world, recruiting all kinds of beasties to your team. Then you can challenge rival sports teams as you rise your way through the Beastie Ball rankings. Beasties are highly social creatures that evolved to play sports. In their natural wild state, they're constantly playing Beastie Ball to build friendships, to settle disputes, or just to have fun. When beasties play together, they actually become friends with one another. And depending on their personalities and their teamwork style, they can form different kinds of friendships. But whether they become besties or rivals or partners or sweethearts, they'll get some kind of unique combo ability that only that pair of beasties can do, which can turn the tide in a really tough match.
So with this game, we really wanted to emphasize the beasties' agency as living creatures. They're doing their own thing, making their own decisions. They'll only join your team after being convinced by you fulfilling a certain set of conditions while you're playing against them. The goal isn't to collect as many beasties as you can, but to spend time with the ones that you care about and be surprised by the ways that they grow and change, and the bonds that they form with each other.
Hello, I'm Alex, Creative Director at Heart Machine, and we're making Hyperlight Breaker. Hyperlight Breaker is a huge, stylish, bloody game. As is our MO, it's a game that's vivid but bleak, with a crumbling world that can be brutal and beautiful all at once. It's a major landmark for us, and the first of its kind, an open world game where you never return to the same world twice. You could say it's a mix of incredible open world games like Breath of the Wild, distilled into the format of a roguelike such as Dead Cells or Hades. You can play alone or with friends cooperatively online. Breaker's narrative will be presented fully through visual storytelling, where you'll discover and decipher the mystery of this world and lost land from long ago. Every world will be different, loaded with dangerous creatures, razor-sharp combat, vast overgrown wilderness, long-dead civilizations, and new discoveries in a mysterious, vibrant, yet horribly ominous atmosphere. Each biome in the world is different, with unique dangers, set pieces, and stories of their own. There will be massive bosses to take down in an open structure, with dangerous, unique, and challenging sub-bosses scattered throughout runs. You'll pick up new gear, make new builds, unlock new characters, upgrade your equipment as you bring back more and more materials from runs. We've learned so much from our previous games, building up amazing tech and a deep well of knowledge and experience as a team. Breaker is the culmination of all that incredible work, and we're excited to have you experience it for yourself. We'll have a lot more information on the game as we come closer and closer to early access later this year.
Our first game, Simpler Times, sheds light to the beauty of the ordinary and serves as a place from the past where you can be present.
Simpler Times follows Taina on a heartwarming journey through her memories as she prepares to leave her childhood home.
Man, it's getting pretty full. It's starting to feel like I'm never gonna come back.
We want you to slow down and savor the present moment by immersing you in Taina's world.
It's apple picking season, my favorite.
Through visual storytelling and mindful interactions, you will journey alongside her as she delves into her past and uncovers her authentic self.
With each puzzle, Taina grows closer to adulthood and you'll be there to guide her. From simple activities like picking dried leaves from a plant to more complex ones like building a birdhouse, you'll interact with objects that hold sentimental value for Taina.
I really wish I could take you with me. I'm gonna miss our duets together.
We know the world is getting faster every day. We live in it too. We wanted to create a space where players can take a break, slow down, and enjoy something meaningful. Simpler Times stems from stories we believe need to be told and heard. Inspired by this very place we're now sitting in, the game is a reflection of the physical spaces we spend time in and the memories we hold dear.
I've spent so much time here looking out the window. It's hard to believe that I won't see this view for a while.
We want to build a sense of awareness and appreciation for the world around us, encouraging you to reflect on your own memories and experiences.
Simpler Times is coming soon on PC and other platforms, so make sure to wishlist on Steam and follow us on social media.
Thanks for taking the time to listen. We hope you'll enjoy playing Simpler Times as much as we enjoyed creating it. Bye!
Bye!
It's like childhood is the beach and growing up is the sea. Can I still take all these seashells with me? Can I lock them in a chest with my memories?
Viewfinder is a difficult game to describe in words, but if you saw it, you'd immediately recognize it.
What is this place?
It is a game that, gives players a lot of freedom.
What's an old photograph doing here?
You can take photos or find photos and then make them into real 3D spaces.
Hang on, did you just shift reality? Sick.
What makes it unique is the central mechanic where you're using a camera and pictures to reshape and reconfigure the world around you in order to solve challenges in creative ways.
It's such a unique experience, and I think everybody is just going to have a different experience of how they play Viewfinder, and that's just a really nice thing to it.
A perfect fit. An elegant solution.
That doesn't look right. You can rotate reality too!
If I was to compare Viewfinder to other games, I'd say it's like the gameplay of Portal combined with the visual illusions of Superliminal or Antechamber. People have also compared it to The Witness and Manifold Garden and various other first-person puzzle games. It's a puzzle game, but it's very sandboxy and playful and open-ended.
The whole concept of when we started is that when you actually create something, you do destroy a lot of things. And, that's just a very important lesson in creation. Viewfinder is created by different people. And, we have people from all over the world who have such a diverse and interesting cultures.
Each character comes from a different culture. There's a lot of sort of culture-specific props and items and themes who you learn about, mostly through environments and environmental storytelling. And so we've tried to sort of make these special spaces that really represent that character, who they are, what they like to do.
I'm sure you noticed by now, but using film was always Mirren's idea. One of her many passions. Celium was always fond of games.
It's just very important for us to just put in what we know so that the rest of the world could also, have a glimpse of the experiences that we've had.
This must be the next stage. Let's go!
Together we're making a game called Hunty. The main mechanic in Haunty is that as a ghost, you can haunt things and get access to their abilities. And there's a big variety of things that you can haunt in this game. I think you'll have a lot of fun sort of exploring around and seeing what different things you can haunt and the abilities that they give you. Core mechanics resemble very much a twin-stick shooter. However, unlike twin-stick shooters, it focuses less on the high-intensity moments and more on finding creative ways to use the twin-stick paradigm to create fun solutions to the challenges in the game. Haunty follows the story of a ghost in the afterlife, and beyond that it really expands into a lot of ghosts in the afterlife and sort of the stories that they have. The progression and story of Haunty both center around collecting these stars, and the stars have this special ability that they give ghosts access to pieces of their past life that they've left behind. The environments and characters are all carefully crafted with a 2D hand-drawn style, so there's a lot of painstaking frame-by-frame animation work in there. And we have a fantastic soundtrack. So it all sort of comes together to give you this sort of tour through the afterlife, chilled out experience. If this is something you're interested in, be sure to wishlist it. It helps us out a lot.
Hi, I'm Nick Herman. I'm with Ad Hoc Studio, and we're here to show you Cart Life. Cart Life is a retail simulator developed by Richard Hoffmeyer and was originally released in 2013, where it won a bunch of awards at the Independent Games Festival. For a variety of reasons, he ended up pulling it off Steam, but all of us at Ad Hoc are such big fans of Richard's work. Now we're partnering with him to help bring it back. In Cart Life, you can play as 3 different characters in any order. Each have their own unique background and circumstances, but what they all have in common is that they're trying to make it as street vendors. Melanie is a recently divorced mother and has moved back into her family home with her daughter, all the while trying to establish her new coffee cart. Andris is a Ukrainian immigrant who is trying to put down roots in a new town by opening a newspaper stand. And Vinny has big dreams, but never enough money to make it happen. He's hoping that selling his homemade bagels will help turn things around for him. Managing your own cart is not an easy job. Just like in real life, in Cart Life, your resources are limited. You need to take care of yourself and others, and how you prioritize the needs of your cart against the personal needs of each character will determine the outcome of their stories. The world of Cart Life is alive and filled with characters who are potential customers that you'll get to know as you try to build your business. There's no right or wrong way to play this game. What players choose to do with the time that they have with each character is entirely up to them. Everyone's experience will be different based on the choices they make, what they prioritize, and even the order in which they choose to play the characters. This release is going to have a bunch of new story content, new art, updated controls and mechanics, and we really look forward to sharing it all with you on PC and console later this year. And today we'll be talking about Hellskate.
All right, Anton, first try. Here we go. No! That was a good combo! All right, that's it.
Too slow. Again?
Hellskate takes place in Wertheim. Here you play as Anton Falcon, a skater through and through. All Anton wants to do is skate at Wertheim's fabled beach, even if that means he has to go through the gods and monsters who will do anything to stop him and his skater friends from doing what they love most. The skateboard mechanics are very similar to the arcade-like games such as Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I mean, our lead game designer Steve actually worked on Tony Hawk's Underground.
It started a long time ago, the idea, and the far-off, far-flung land of 2002, I worked on a game called Tony Hawk Underground. And at the time we were working on it, we were thinking, man, this really looks a lot like an RPG or an action RPG. You have all these stats and you're upgrading and all this kind of stuff. It's super cool, super neat, right? But of course, we're bound to Tony Hawk, we're bound to the real pro skaters. It always seemed to me that skate graphics create and imply such an interesting world, but it's not a coherent world that you can visit. So that was one of the motivations behind Hellskate. Hellskate is a skateboarding roguelike game. It fuses together old school skateboarding with the tricks and traversal, manuals, grinds, jumps, balance meters with a roguelite structure.
Just like with other games in the roguelite genre, death is a central mechanic in the game. When you die in a run, thankfully you don't lose everything. You keep your resources which you can use to get permanent upgrades such as tattoos or skateboards, which act as weapons. The combat in our game can be described as a fast-paced skateboard hack and slash. While you have your light and heavy attacks, the core of the gameplay revolves around your skateboarding tricks.
The game should be quite easy for people to pick up and play. It has a combat system which is meant to be very friendly, very forgiving and rewarding, especially at the beginning. And then gradually it teaches you and ramps up the skill of the skateboarding, where you need it, when you need it.
Why did you stop me from skating?
Look at yourself. Your wing, your arm, what do you think happens when that gets to your head?
Thank you for watching this reveal of Hellskate. Wishlisting the game would mean the world to us. Thank you.
Welcome! May I introduce you to Henry. Henry's not just anyone. If they're anything, they're, well, everything. Henry can transform into everything in their reach. Yes, everything. And that's how they manage their daily life. The familiar noise of Henry's alarm clock announces the dawn of a new day, and it will keep ringing until Henry gets up and calms the nervous, quivering machine. Tick-tock, tick-tock. At least half awake, Henry is ready for their morning routine, which they usually start by making their bed. Staying in bed is tempting, but only leads to regret later. Henry knows that if you want to change the world, you have to start off by making your own bed. Completing this simple task in the morning gives Henry a little bit of pride and the feeling of control over their life. With part of the morning routine done, Henry was ready to freshen up. For hours, Henry could sit there, lifting the seat up and down, pretending it was a singing mouth. Not too hot, not too cold. Henry bought a turmeric soap. They didn't know, they just liked the color. It's actually great for their skin. That got all the dirt. Henry should now dry themselves. All clean and dry, Henry is now ready for a proper breakfast. Breakfast with a warm beverage is important, and so is keeping up with the news.
That's this week. That's all for now. Have a wonderful day.
The best drink Henry can make from beans. The candy of nature, delicious. Well fed and well informed, Henry has to get ready and pack for work. If Henry takes their lunchbox and leaves now, they can catch the 8 o'clock bus.
Double the Henry, double the fun. Play Henry's not-so-ordinary everyday life in co-op mode. Henry, everyday life with a twist.
I would like to show you what our amazing team has been working on for the last couple of years. Our game, Cocoon. Cocoon is an adventure game with multiple worlds, and each of these worlds are contained within an orb. Let me demonstrate by jumping out of the world which we are currently exploring. Just like that, we are now in a world outside. The orange orb here contains the world we were previously exploring. Let's jump out one more time. We are now in a world even further outside and can explore this world using the orange orb that we picked up. Orbs can be placed on switches to power devices and solve puzzles. And you can even throw them into pipes. You can use the hierarchy of worlds within worlds to solve interesting puzzles. For example, to safely avoid this moving barrier, you simply jump out of the world, let it pass by, and jump back in. Now, Cocoon is not only about exploration and puzzles. Within each world, you have to face a mighty guardian. Here is a first glimpse of one of these encounters. hope you look forward to exploring the mysterious worlds of Cocoon, releasing later this year on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch.
In Ite, you see the world through the eyes of a painter, with every surface acting like a blank canvas, just waiting for you to fill it with color. Ite means summer in French, because it's set in our French-speaking hometown of Montreal, Canada, as you step into the shoes of a painter who's traveling abroad for, well, the summer. This is a game for people who love pure exploration. You're free to roam open city scenes at your own pace, following your curiosity, getting sidetracked, and discovering secrets along the way. When you fill something with paint, you'll extract its color as droplets of experience, and as you level up, you'll become able to unleash larger splashes of paint that reveal a bigger part of the world at once. You'll also meet plenty of locals, taking part in their lighthearted, everyday anecdotes, and some of them will even commission artworks from you.
Whoa!
Using your bike, you can travel quickly back to your apartment and paint those commissions on canvas. That's where your creativity comes into play. At your easel, you can create gorgeous watercolor artworks using anything you've discovered in your expedition so far. Stamps on your canvas can be freely moved, resized, rotated in 3D, and even recolored. The canvas is pretty much your sandbox that lets you put your own spin on commissions. And if you're feeling inspired, you can paint as many creative artworks as you like without any kind of limitation. With hundreds of unlockable stamps at your disposal, and dozens of commissions to inspire you, the only limit really is your imagination. Apart from living your best life as the friendly neighborhood painter, you'll also get to meet other like-minded artists, like Marianne, an ambitious photographer, and Theo, a talented musician, among many others. If you manage to befriend them, maybe they'll let you in on their best-kept secret, an abandoned building that could become your very own painting studio. But you'll have to dive into that story for yourself. It is coming out in 2024, and we hope you'll enjoy your adventures as a traveling painter in this lovingly crafted, whimsical summer world.
It won't be easy, and the road will be long, but who knows? Maybe we'll find one more thing worth fighting for. Eternites is a dating action game that takes adrenaline-fueled combat and mixes it together with a heartfelt love story. Can I be honest for a moment? Sometimes Sometimes, with all these infected, it's too much. And it's during these moments that I'm happy to have someone to lean on. Fighting for our lives, solving puzzles, exploring dungeons. It all seems easier when you have someone special by your side to make things less scary. So, what now? Did you just shush me? Because the teacher might hear us. Hey. Have you ever passed a note to your crush? I mean, or you can just fight for friendship. That's cool and not...
Wow, we are so cheesy.
Minigames! We have so many minigames that can help you unlock unique skills and spells in battle. So yeah, you can fight monsters, explore dungeons, date? I mean, so many things like train, scavenge, date. Did I say date twice? Anyway, you have to manage and balance all these activities if you want to save the world. The clock is ticking. Okay, cool. Bye!
Wishlist now.
Although it takes me forever to build something like this, I love the feeling of seeing something happening on a screen like this one when I rotate the knob or I press the buttons. And this is where the idea for retro gadgets comes from, is to being able to build digital gadgets with little effort. We love Pico 8 by Lexaloff because it brings you this retro environment where you can build your own games in Lua. And we also love Shenzhen.io by Zachtronics because it managed to teach you low-level programming effortlessly. And Retro Gadgets tries to take the best of both worlds and adds a layer of hardware building and customization. All this is packaged in a cozy and retro-inspired environment. We have a fantastic community and people have been creating insane gadgets that go well beyond our initial expectations. So please join our Discord server and check them out. Retro Gadgets is in early access on Steam and we have big plans in store. Bye.
Hello, I'm Ian McClarty from Shape Shop. We're a small team based in Melbourne, Australia, and we're making this game, Mars First Logistics. In Mars First Logistics, you'll be helping to establish a colony on the surface of Mars. You'll do this by transporting often awkwardly shaped objects between A and B, using vehicles that you design and build yourself. As you complete deliveries, the game will give you new toys to play with. The game is set in a vast open world, and you're free to pick and choose which jobs you'd like to take on. There's a mix of procedurally generated side jobs and handcrafted main contracts. In the main contracts, you'll be helping to construct new buildings in the game's world. One of the main challenges in the game is figuring out how to pick up each item and deliver it safely to its destination using the parts that you have available. And as you build up your collection of parts, more creative options will become available to you. And I think a lot of the fun in the game is just messing around and being creative in its editor. And finally, I'm really excited to announce that Masterverse Logistics will be launching into Steam Early Access on the 22nd of June. That's just 2 weeks away, and we're really looking forward to seeing what everyone builds in the game. Thank you.
I'm Hannah Nicklin from Geeky to Fabrique, and we made Saltsea Chronicles. We're super stoked to show you the world premiere of Saltsea Chronicles today. It's a flooded world, story-driven adventure game where you play as a ship's whole crew. At the beginning of the game, you're going to discover that Maya, your captain, has gone missing, and together your ragtag crew are going to heist a ship and set out across the Saltsea archipelago in search of clues. In each chapter of the game, you'll decide where to head next, who to explore with from the crew when you get there, and what to say to the people that you meet along the way. Saltsea Chronicles' unique art style is brought to life by beautiful animation, and each location is built on the fragments of this world that came before. Our art team have really done an incredible job. One of my favourite locations is called Los Gatos, and on that island the people there live symbiotically with this community of cats. As you explore, you'll find a brand new trick-taking card game designed especially for the world of Saltsea. It's a really good way to sort of take a break from the story. It's called Spoils, and you can play it all over the archipelago, and you might discover how each community has slightly different house rules. Another thing we're super proud of is our exploration system. So we're sort of done away with the walk of shame in adventure games. So if you miss a clue, instead of sort of slowly traipsing to the other end of the island, you're just going to tap the shoulder button on your controller or select a screen span arrow to move almost instantaneously across a space. It allows us to lay the story down away from a linear path much more organically. Saltsea Chronicles doesn't tell a story about a hero. It's a story about a community and how you navigate the world together. And each community that you meet in turn is going to be rich and amusing and strange maybe, and have its own things going on. There's also a strong sense of genre-based storytelling too. So while you might be new to the world of Saltsea, you'll know that you're in a Scooby-Doo chapter or a Romeo and Juliet chapter or a detective one. There are plenty of laughs, but tough choices and meaningful moments too. Our writer's room of award-winning storytellers have done an incredible job. We're so delighted to share Saltsea Chronicles with you all today, and I can't wait for you to explore the rich world, get to know the wonderful characters, and to hear what paths you chart when you play.